You doing, Scorpio? It's been a long time since I've done readings. I can't believe I'm doing them right now, but just decided to do them in the last minute. Maybe I'm finally giving into the truth. I'm supposed to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm like, oh, this whole time I've been supposed to have been doing this, or whatever I'm doing now. I should have done a long time ago. I just was like stubbornly trying to get through some mental struggle. I don't know. Anyways, all right, Scorpio. The first card we have is in reverse. This is the Venus energy with Virgo, Scorpio. So this is fire ascendant. This is a woman in her own possession of herself, in her own possession of herself. She's in reverse. 9 of Pentacles. This could represent a Sagittarius woman or a Venus mentality. So this is talking about a woman who could be Virgo, Sagittarius woman. She's Venus energy, and she's got fire ascendant. That's first house Aries. So the fire ascendant on this card energy is what she's dealing with and why she's in reverse. So I would think this is more about Aries because Scorpio, you're a water sign. But let's find out. This is the 6 to 9 range, and okay, it's crossed by, whoa, this is a woman crossing a woman, Scorpio. This is the Empress crossing the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, and this Empress is upright. So this is a woman crossing another woman is in reverse. It's a Venus energy crossing a Venus energy. It's Venus crossing herself. Aries is crossing his self. Now Venus is crossing herself. That's unbelievable. Okay, well, I mean that tells me a lot. Now I understand this is supposed to be a Scorpio reading though, but where's this? This is more Gemini, Venus. Well, it could be talking about Scorpio, but wow, I don't know why this reading is. It could just be telling a story. But I'll just do the reading. This is the goddess or the Venus crossing herself. This is the same as Aries is crossing himself. You got to be kidding me. Okay, so this is clear to see that she's crossing herself, he's crossing himself. It's because she's crossing herself that he's crossing himself. It's plain to see that. So maybe Scorpio, you're just supposed to know about this. Maybe this is the only reason why you're going to watch this video, Scorpio, so you can get some information. This is about Aries crossing himself. He's crossing himself. He's not crossing anyone else. It's his own self he's hurting. And so is Venus doing it. She's doing the same thing. Now, either she's doing this as some tactic to mess with his head, and I'm doubting it. I don't think she is. If she is, then it would be the actual divine feminine wanting to punish him in some way. She crossed herself to show him that he's not approved of. Because when she has a way to like play with her head games, she can do stuff with her mind to make Aries feel wrong or bad or judged. But understand, if that's true, then it's warranted. Whatever she's doing is warranted, which means that there's no way to get around it. Like I wouldn't even want to try. It's ultimately like she's being mother punishing Aries, saying like, hey, but she's crossing herself. That's strange. It doesn't make sense that she's punishing Aries. It makes more sense to me that this is actually divine feminine crossing itself, and it might be as a result of divine masculine's crossing itself. It's like self-agitation. That's so crazy. Self-agitation is causing someone else to be agitated. So it's important that we understand that. Let's look at the next card. Oh, look at this. Comes up Aries. I'm saying Scorpio, but this is coming up. This is the first card for Aries reading of last time. Maybe Scorpio is just an ear here, more like listening to what's really going on. And the page is coming up again in the root. So this was in the main card for Aries. It's coming up in the root now as Venus crossing Venus. Either she's not talking to him or they need to talk. It could be that she's upset, crossing herself, and in the root, this is about the fire element communicating or not, or being in communication with her. It may be that there's no communication. Let's see what's in the past here. The Ace of Pentacles upright. Ooh, that's really good in the past. So this energy, if it's a Scorpio reading, this is actually Leo, and it's actually, again, well, this is Venus, the sun with Venus energy, and it's Capricorn, Leo, and Taurus here, and the root Earth element, and it's a good card. It's saying that you probably had some success. This is not going to be Aries. So Scorpio, this is going back to Scorpio now, because this is definitely not an Aries card, especially upright. This will say that you've had plenty of success. Whatever you're watching here has something to do with the signs below you. So you might be some kind of a teacher or a leader, or you might be like a watchman, or like somebody important that is actually going to be like using your own judgment to like see what's really going on. So what you're dealing with here is the divine feminine struggling against itself, and it's ultimately in regards to the divine masculine, and it has to do with communication. So it could be that they're not talking, or they won't talk, or they can't talk, and they need to. But ultimately, if you this is just really weird, because I'll tell you what, to get Aries crossing himself, Aries represents the energy of the first house, to get him to cross himself, and then to get Venus to cross herself. That's just, I mean, you don't. I've done thousands of tarot card readings, and I've never seen it. I'm just surprised, because to get someone to cross themselves is ultimately not a common thing. They're crossing someone else. To have Aries cross himself, and then have the divine feminine crossing herself, and Aries is representing the powerful divine masculine, which could be incorporated. And Scorpio is not going to take it the way Aries takes it. You'll incorporate it into a mix. So like if Aries is like some ingredients to cookies, you're like the cookies when they come out of the oven. So like if you're a cookie Scorpio, then you're a cookie, and like I could say Aries is the milk and the sugar in there. So if you showed me I'd say that the divine masculine at Aries is like the milk and the sugar in the cookie before it's cooked. They're separate ingredients. See, they're not cooked into the cookie. But when you cook the cookie, Scorpio, well, you're the cookie, you in Sagittarius. It's all done. It's ready to eat. It's got all the ingredients in it, and you can't separate them out. You can't take the sugar out of the cookie, can you? You can't take the only things you're taking out of there is the crumbs, and you can eat the crumbs if you want. But you can't undo there's this first three signs, like, well, especially just Aries, mostly is like Aries, Taurus, Gemini are all ingredients into what becomes a mix of starting in the fourth, and then ultimately, maybe not the fifth, but sixth, eighth, ninth, 10th, and 12th. Okay, the world is in reverse here, and the world's in reverse. If you do nothing, it's just Scorpio. It's ultimately, this could be something you're heading. It could be that you're opposed to this, and some of these energies are not like you may not approve of what's going on. As a higher, more advanced element, you're going to be not maybe approving of what's happening. The Two of Cups in reverse in the future. It means I don't see love coming from your direction in the future. It's regarding, again, Venus energy, and with Cancer, and the two of Taurus in reverse. So it's regarding, again, communication. And wow. Okay, your energy's coming up as the moon. Wow. Okay. Well, could be divine feminine, and that could be in a masculine too. But this will be the moon is in the opposition. It's a water sign with Pisces energy. The moon is opposed to this idea that it's in a power struggle at the fifth level, leading it. So this power struggle is being led at the fifth level. That's Leo. It's leading the power. It's leading the fifth level in this power struggle of Leo. It's opposed to this power struggle, leading this power struggle. it is opposed to this and leading in this power struggle at the same time. That's unbelievable. Well, I mean, what it is it's like it doesn't like this behavior or whatever it's also using to fight this with. Um, it could be representing divine feminine or divine masculine punishing like god or goddess, which would make it a little scarier. If it's less than that, it's probably likely less than that. It's probably some version of that in a human being that isn't quite strong to say that they're a god or goddess, but they might have an ability to influence the collective on some level where it's powerful. And then then it could be that everything you're working on, the way you're working on anything that you're doing, it's already mixing and incorporating everything into the mix. So you'll look at separate ingredients, Scorpio, as something that is not really, it's like you won't see it as anything good, because you won't see like the sugar. You won't really be able to appreciate the sugar or the water or the eggs that go into the cookies. You'll be like you'll be apt to say, well, those eggs are not much and the sugar ain't anything. But when the cookie comes out, then it's something. And so you're kind of into being like appreciating your superiority in some manner. Aries won't like that. Either will a lot of women if you're a man, but it doesn't mean you're not superior. You might be. And that's just a matter of, because you are possibly superior, you're going to have to just realize that perhaps you don't want to flaunt it too much, because people won't like it, especially Aries won't like it. But you get even people fighting with you and you have to fight other people. It'll just be like, you are superior, truthfully. So, I mean, that's just the facts. And what can you really say more than that? That Aries just have to like it. Too bad. And judgment. So that's just the way it is. The judgment is, it's not really gonna. Either it's coming in fast to you, like the Knight of Swords. That's you could be possibly doing that to somebody else, coming in on them. But if they could be coming in on you, and the judgment's already been there. So usually you're not going to be the one that's in the wrong, Scorpio. You're usually, unless you are, and then you could be the one who's doing everything wrong on purpose, with purpose. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going to assume that you're choosing to be bad, but if you are, then yeah, you'll be the best at it. All right, that's about it. All right, good luck.